Hi, it's Rand Smith from Rand Smith's Video Coaching for Real Estate Agents, bringing you another idea to grow your business with. Did you know that the 2012 CAR-NAR Home Buyer Survey results reveal secrets worth their weight in gold? And just so you don't miss them, here they are just for you. One of the first questions they ask, which is down below, if there was one thing you could change about the home buying experience, what would it be? And this is from NAR and CAR. Number one thing they said was, well, we'd like for the agent to negotiate better. I've said for years that your clients expect you to negotiate to their benefit, to their advantage. They don't care about a win-win, which I've heard so many agents say. Number two, better agent communication. They want to be communicated with at least once every 2 to 3 days. In an escrow, I believe the right amount of communication is every single day. Number three, better market direction understanding. They want you to be better educated about the market direction than they can educate themselves by going online. Let's face it, our clients these days are sometimes better educated than we are if we're not paying attention. And number four, faster agent response. FedEx has a problem. Overnight just isn't fast enough anymore. So you need to respond when? Instantly with the first communication. And then number five, escrow to close on time. Boy, we all want that, don't we? But let's move on. Photos are the most important part to the home buyers in online viewing. Photos. Now, I would have thought that was virtual tours, but you can see the question down below. Using a scale of 1 through 5, where 1 is not important at all and 5 is extremely important, how important are each of these online features in home viewing? Multiple pictures or a slideshow? 4.4%. 4.4 is the point scale. It was the number one choice. Virtual tours was number 2 at 4.3. Statistics on comparable homes was 3.9. Neighborhood profiles 3.7. Automatic notification of new listings available. Commentary and analysis of housing market conditions. There you have the cheat list and the cheat sheet for everything you need to include on every one of your listings that you post online. If you don't have all of this information for them, then you're wasting your time. It doesn't get any easier than this, you guys. This is from thousands and thousands of home buyers that had an online buying experience. Just doesn't get any better than this. Now, nearly all buyers use an agent. Does that surprise you? It says down below, did you use a real estate agent for the home buying process? Look at those numbers. 96% of all the buyers. Did you think the internet was going to cause people to be able to do more transactions without you and me? Wrong. You need to get your share of the pie right now. More than 7 out of 10 buyers interviewed at least 2 agents. These are home buyers. Remember, we all got used to the fact that sellers wanted to interview more than one agent, but now the home buyers too. So you need to have a pre-sale package for your buyers. I have a part 1 and part 2 for our face-to-face meeting, which only takes 10 to 15 minutes. It takes longer if they have more questions. Well, here's the questions. How many agents did you interview prior to selecting the agent that you used in your recent home purchase? 30% said we just talked to 1. 38% said 2. 18% said 3, and 15% said 4. When you add all that up, 7 out of 10 interviewed at least 2 agents. Response time is important to buyers in selecting agent. That's true of anything these days. When do people want a response? Instantly. So the question was, what was the single most important reason for selecting the agent you used in your recent home purchase? Did you hear what I said? What was the single most important reason for selecting the agent that you used in your recent home purchase? Number 1, most responsive. By that they mean the quickest. 21, they responded how fast? Fast, instantly. So when you generate a lead online, you better have a way to be notified of that lead, and you better communicate with them instantly. Maybe it's that you make a quick courtesy call to confirm their request online, or to get their property search results properly set up, and to set them to an automated list of homes that match their home buying criteria. And then check this out. Most aggressive. That was the single most important factor. It was number 2, most aggressive. They want an agent that's going to go in there and fight for them to get the home they want. First to respond, 70%. Now that's slipped. It used to be if you were first, that meant everything. But now if you're first and which means you'll be the most responsive, you're going to be at the top of the list and leave everyone else behind. Then it went on down to say negotiation ability was up there, number 4. Distressed property knowledge was number 5. previous relationship was only 6%. So only 6% of these people are doing business with a real estate agent and chose them because of their previous relationship. What does that tell you? It tells you that this 100% by referral only just isn't happening. That should be good news for all of you. Reputation is most important in agent selection. Now, let me just point out something about survey questions. It says, please rate the importance of the following agent characteristics in selecting your agent using a scale of 1 to 5, where 1's not important, 5 is. The fact that they're giving us only these things, or giving them only these things to select from, makes me a little suspicious. Like reputation. What if they didn't have that on the list? Would it still be important? Well, we don't know that. But your reputation is one of the most important things that you have. Sometimes it's all you have. So your experience, reputation, and response time, that's what makes the difference between you and everyone else. By comparison to every other agent, there should be none. You're the obvious choice. Now look at this. Gap in phone and text communication. Question, what was your preferred method of communicating with your agent? Question, how did your agent actually communicate with you? So we're looking at their preferred method versus the actual communication. Okay, so in the green is their preferred, and in the brown's the actual. Check this out. Telephone, they only preferred that 14% of the time. But yet 44% of the agents, that's the actual way they communicated with them, was by the telephone, which is one of the least preferred methods. Now their number one preferred method is via email, and it matches up pretty good. Good job, you guys. 52%, that's their preferred method of the home buyers, and 50% was the actual by the agents. But here we go, another discrepancy. Text messaging is about to take over email. Check it out. 32% said the preferred method of communication for them was text messages. Actual agents, how did they communicate with them? Only 5% use text messages. I prefer to communicate via text message and almost any other method possible. You better get there and get these tools in place and using them soon. Now, room for improvement in agent response time. Here we are. Everything's about time, you guys. They want it when? They want it yesterday. How fast? Like instantly or sooner. So here we go. The question was, what was the typical response time that you expected from your agent? And the next question was, what was the actual? So here we have in the green is the expected, and then what was actually done. So 40% said instantly, almost 40%. And guess what? The percentage of the agents that actually responded that fast was very low, less than 20%. Okay, within 30 minutes, their expectation was, up there was number 2 choice, 25%, they got about an 8%. And it goes on. Within 2 hours was their expectation, which is very low, and that's one of the number one response time by the agents, the actual response time. You could see it here. The biggest response time was within 2 hours. And same day came in second. That's pathetic, you guys. If you want to be able to earn these buyers and secure them and do business with them and make more money and grow your business, you better get that response time down to using instant autoresponders or making a courtesy call to verify their information. Okay, we're almost done. Fewer than 50% of the agents met the buyer response time. Here we are. Almost every one of these that I extracted out of this report has to do with response time. So here we go. Here's the question. Did your real estate agent meet your expectations on response time? Please rate your agent's response time on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being agent exceeded or surpassed. So here we go. Fell way below the expectations, 12%. Didn't meet the expectations, 40%. Somewhat met them, 39%. Met the expectations only 6% of the time. Exceeded them only 3% of the time. So, do you understand that the majority of the agents, about 92% or 91%, didn't meet or sort of met their expectation with response time? Think about that. So how do you get more business? You go in there and make response time the thing that you guarantee that they'll get an instant response anytime that they communicate with you. Even if that instant response is an email message, but it's one that is carefully crafted to look like it's a direct message from you, and letting them know when you'll return their call and answer their questions, or give them a way to ask that question of you so that it gets sent to you. Text message, how does that sound, you guys? That's the way to do it. Now, reasons for satisfaction with the agent. You need to pay close attention here. Okay? Why do you have the level of satisfaction with your agent? Number one, found the best home. Now, do you understand that if you secure a buyer and you find them a home at all and they buy it, then you have found the best home for them. So 58% said they found the best home for me. Really, just about the only way you have to meet that expectation is by securing them and then helping them to find a home that matches their buying needs. Number two, worked hard, 53%. You can get that higher by using my 9-page list of all the things we do to help them buy or sell a home. They only know what you educate them to as to how much work you do. You do a better job of educating them how hard you work, and that will go up even higher. And then, interesting enough, quick to respond, 40% said, well, that's why I'm satisfied. 40% said, that's why I'm satisfied. Negotiated a good deal, only 29%. So there's room for improvement there. Now, 21% of the time did they say, well, that agent listened to my needs. Okay? So it was somewhat important, but it wasn't the biggest reason that they chose you. Finding the best home for your buyers, working hard, being quick to respond. These are the things and the tools that they're looking for, and the characteristics of a great agent they want to do business with. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Oops, one more. Did I get you? Reason for dissatisfaction. Surely we have to have that. Slow response, number one. 51% were dissatisfied because of a slow response. Number two, ineffective or inefficient communication, 23%. Between those two, it's 74%. Number three, undesirable communication, another 15%. Now we're up to what? 80-some% had to do with communication. Think about that. And number four, not aggressive in negotiation. Showed homes unlikely to buy, only 2%. Not worth talking about. But there you have it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.